The House of Representatives is looking into a proposal to shorten college to just 3.5 years. During a hearing yesterday, DepEd and CHED officials said 5 core senior high subjects could be renamed and aligned with college-level courses, while 3 others could be dropped entirely. This move aims to eliminate redundant bridging programs and reduce overall college course loads. The proposal comes after complaints that senior high graduates still face extra classes in college.
Now to discuss the proposal to shorten college years, we have House Committee on Basic Education and Culture Chair Congressman Roman Romulo joining us today. Good morning and thanks for joining us, Kong.
Yes, good morning, hello Angela and all your listeners, viewers. Good morning po sa ating lahat.
Yes, first and foremost, can you explain to us the rationale behind this proposal? Help our viewers understand this. Kong. Kong, nakamute po ata kayo.
First of all,
Ayan, okay.
when the K-12 was proposed sometime, when the K-12 was first proposed and approved in 2013, the background behind that was really a commitment that the graduates of K-12 would be job ready and college ready. When we were reviewing the implementation of the K-12 through EDCOM and through the committees, we found out that not only did we extend basic elementary by 2 years, adding grades 11 and 12, but it appears that even in the college level, there were bridging programs that were introduced, lengthening also the stay of our students in college. That is why in the House of Representatives, we propose that we rationalize this, that we shorten basic education and take a look at the courses in college. And because of these hearings, it was discovered that there are redundant subjects, GE subjects that are still being taught in first-year college that can be brought down to senior high school or actually are already being taught in senior high school. So we urge DepEd and CHED to have a conversation on this matter. And fortunately, yesterday, they came back to the committee saying that they looked at the 8 remaining GE subjects in first-year college, and they discovered that 5 of those could be brought down to the new senior high school curriculum. And of the 8, 3 are actually already being taught at K-12. So that at 8 subjects, 3 units each, that's 24 units.
Yeah.
If fully implemented, that will reduce the 4-year course or a 5-year course by 1 SEM. So a 4-year course should be 3.5 SEM, 3 years and 1 SEM. And we also asked for a commitment from CHED that their technical panels will not add any other subject anymore.
Wow.
And that commitment we got yesterday.
Kong, these redundancies, are these a product of yung pag-realign natin from K to 12 in the previous years na baka nagkaroon ng nakaligtaan in the past when we were implementing it?
Actually, Angelo, dati mas marami pa yung GE subjects. Ang nangyari, when they brought some of these GE subjects down to basic education, the technical panels increase the number of subjects sa colleges. That is why hindi na shorten. And then in EDCOM 2, we recently got a study from PIDS, BITS, which said that in fact, yung mga inad na subjects po natin sa colleges, in fact, are over and beyond those that are required under global standards. That is why we took to task DepEd and CHED to be able to have a conversation. Hindi naman natin pwedeng pahirapan yung estudyante kasi sa totoo lang, what is important are the basics. What a Filipino family wants is quality education in order for them to get quality jobs.
That's right.
Hindi naman masyadong kailangan i-complicate pa.
Right.
Kung you were also saying kasi, no, I think, I don't remember where it was, but you said also na make no mistake, parang K-12 is still, will still be there, but you want sana, without all these revisions, magkaroon pa rin ng exit opportunity for those who feel na hindi na kailangan mag-college, gusto ko na magtrabaho, may option pa rin na ganun.
That is correct. In fact, kung titingnan natin, meron na kaming napasa na bill sa Congress on third and final reading asking for an exit sa grade 10 after grade 10.
Grade 10, okay.
Pero during these hearings, these last 2 or 3 hearings, especially kahapon, Angelo, if you had listened to that hearing, ang sinabi sa atin ng DepEd, based on our recommendations, they took a look at their senior high school curriculum. And yung 5 subjects na GE sa first year college, ibababa po nila yon sa grade 11.
Okay.
5 sa, pari 2 SEMs. So 5 yan, first and second SEM ng grade 11. Ang grade 12 nila, according to DepEd, will be made up of purely electives. Wala na talagang core subjects doon. And on the strength of that a revised proposal presented to the House yesterday, tinatanong natin ngayon ng DepEd. Baka hindi na natin kailangan ng batas. Baka pwede magkaroon na tayo ng exit sa grade 11, after grade 11. Of course, ang preference namin grade 10. Pero kung after grade 11, because tapos na yung core subjects, baka pwedeng pag-aralan, magkaroon ng exit. Meaning, may option yung learner. Some learners would still want to go to grade 12 in order to get strengthened. Example, STEM subjects, pwede pa nilang strengthen, preparing them for college. Pero merong iba, siguro handahan na sila, yun ang pakiramdam nila. So baka meron tayong test or competency test na magawa para from grade 11, may exit na sila, pwede na silang dumiretso ng kolehiyo. Effectively, that will cut it by a year and a half. Yung total studies mo from basic to college. Kasi kung exit is grade 11, isang taon yun sa basic education. Sa college ay magiging po yun, 1 SEM. In fact, Angelo, Ma'am Angela, you will note, meron pa rin pinapakita sa amin ang CHED na meron kasing mga mandatory subjects by law na nasa kolehiyo. Maybe it's also about time for CHED to take a look at these mandatory subjects mandated by law. Baka naman meron na doon na pwede rin marekomenda sa amin na baka naman pwedeng gawing elective na rin yun. Ang punto dito is that ang importante kasi quality education for quality jobs. Sa pangkaraniwang Pilipino, importante at the soonest possible time, they get all the skills, they get the necessary foundational skills para makuha silang quality na work, hindi yung any work lang, pero kailangan kalidad ng trabaho rin.
And by doing that as well, Kong, tatanggalin na to. I wanna clear this up to you. Yung bridging programs. Kasi apparently po pala, it's almost a decade na ginagawa ng ilang mga universities and college mga schools yung bridging programs. No? Parang ang nangyayari daw kasi, ang sinasabi nung iba, ay nagkakaroon ng K-13, na may mga classes aside from in the college, may mga classes parang remedial classes or mga preparation classes para sa college. So wala na po yung bridging programs na po na yon.
Yes.
Ayun. Alright, so going back to my question earlier about the bridging programs, making sure na hindi na po pala ito gagawin kapag na-implement na po itong paikli natin ng college to 3.5 years. Tama po ba?
Yes, kasi dagdag na nga tayo ng 2 taon because of K to 12. And I heard your conversation. Tama po yan. I think the original intent really was yung mga general subjects, yung mga common for all courses or programs, dapat yun talaga nandoon na dapat din sa elementary. Para katulad ng ibang bansa, other countries, other jurisdictions who really have it 3 years na naman talaga ang college.
Okay, so while we understand po yung wisdom behind the discussion of this issue, I would also like to take this opportunity, since you're here po, to ask you po, what are we doing naman po doon sa ating functional illiteracy issue, no, among grade schoolers? Kasi I think that's also very important. Yung foundation pa lang ng estudyante before they go to high school and to college ay talagang mataniman na po natin ng maayos.
That is correct, Amila. In fact, we have been urging the Department of Education. Ang pinaka-importante kasi the crucial stage is really what we call the key stage 1, which is K to 3. Kasi diyan talaga yung phonetics, diyan talaga natuturuan ng pinaka-basic ng reading comprehension.
Yeah.
And of course, math basic skills. So we want to strengthen that. Looking at the curriculum, makita natin, you start grade 1, you start at 5 subjects. By the time you reach grade 3, you have about 9 subjects. So in fairness to the Department of Education, meron silang na-introduce, they were telling us a few years back, that meron silang bagong curriculum for Key Stage 1, which would really not only reduce the competencies, but ang importante na reduce the number of subjects para doon na tayo mag-focus sa functional literacy. So reading comprehension will be there, math, GMRC, and by grade 3, it will be with the science subject. So from 5 to 9 subjects, ang gagawin na, and it will be implemented according to DepEd. They have given us this assurance. Last week naman po ito, during a committee meeting also, that for Key Stage 1, grades 1 to 3, it will be 5 subjects for grade 1, 5 subjects for grade 2, and 6 subjects for grade 3, focusing really on functional literacy, meaning yung binabasa, naintindihan,
Yes.
reading comprehension, and math grade level appropriate.
Also, Kong, we've been speaking to a lot of sectors sa education about the issues that are hounding or plaguing our educational system. Sabi nila, maganda daw yung ginagawang mga programs tsaka realignment. But isang problem daw is yung teachers who are teaching, may mismatch sila sa kanilang subjects that they're teaching, has contributed daw to functional yung illiteracy. Case in point, somebody who's not adept at mathematics is teaching math or yung English language, hindi masyadong magaling ng English. Are we coming up or thinking of measures that can address these issues?
That is correct, Angelo. Una kasi, kung makikita natin yung problem is when K-12 came in, ang daming subjects na pinasok. Hindi lang po yan. They introduced this, what they call the spiral progression. It's a method of teaching subjects na sa totoo ay talagang hindi naman angkop yan sa bawat subject. Hindi rin siya pwede talaga sa bawat school. That should have been done on a case-to-case basis. So, anong nangyari? Talagang na-spread out rin yung subject matters, yung teachers natin. In fact, kaya kulang ng teachers eh.
Yeah.
Nangyari po talaga na-spread thin rin. And then, of course, it's still that mentality na importante ay makakuha ka ng mga subjects na mathematics, yung mga talagang parang mabibigat na pakinggan. At dati yung mindset rin Angelo, Ma'am Angela, was that the higher level that you're teaching, meaning parang doon na pupunta yung mga experienced teacher natin. But the key stage really is Key Stage 1. Yung grades 1, 2, and 3. That is where we need the best of the best ng teachers natin because dyan talaga malili yung foundation. So, I think talagang yung frame of mind kailangan mabago talaga ng DepEd sa ating public, sa ating guro, na dyan talaga dapat yung pinaka-experience nating teachers. Secondly, ngayon na nara-rationalize na medyo nakakat na yung subjects, hindi lang yung competencies. Now, DepEd should be able to put the teachers or assign teachers to their proper the subjects wherein they studied, they had expertise during their college years. Kasi yun naman po, in addition, Angelo, Angela, I also want to mention that DepEd, the EDCOM 2 urged DepEd and CHED to be able to introduce subjects sa kolehiyo, sa colleges natin, in order for them to specialize in the different new fields that must also be taught. So again, when DepEd rationalizes and cuts not only competencies but including the subjects, dito po I think it will be easier for them to be able to match the teachers with the subjects.
Okay, so I want to go back po doon sa ating isa pang usapin kanina, yung sa shortening po ng college years natin. Will this apply po to all courses or selective courses lang po?
Well, it should apply to all courses simply because yung tinatanggal natin sa first year college are what we call yung GE subjects. Ito yung subjects na required for every student going through college to enroll in, to pass before they go to their different colleges, before they go into their different specializations. So it should apply to all students
Okay.
in college. I mean, incoming na po, no? Kasi,
Oo.
syempre, yung nandiyan na sa college, tapos na sila sa GE nila.
Right. But of course, ang question dito din, Kong, do we need extra funding for this curriculum change?
Again, if the curriculum is going to be reduced in college, I don't see why there will be a need. Secondly, if this will now be brought to senior high school, again, there were 8 remaining GE subjects. 3 of those, based on the perusal done by CHED, at nandun na sa Araling Panlipunan, nandun na sa GMRC, and in one more subject. So yan, wala nang additional yun.
Oo.
Yung 5 subjects, if you recall, in fact, the senior high school program is already being reviewed, shortened in terms of number of subjects by the Department of Education itself. So funds have been allocated. Now, kung kailangan pa ng adjustment, which dapat hindi naman ganun kalaki ni adjustment kasi sobra nga yung subjects ng senior high school natin. If you
nga.
recall, before they reduced, it was 16 core and 15 must electives.
Okay.
So from there nga, binabaan pa yun eh. Again, I'm sure may upskilling may konting retraining, upskilling.
Yeah.
But again, our teachers should have been prepared in their college years for these subjects.
All right. Until when po yung magaganap na committee meeting on this subject? And when can we expect the implementation of this proposed shortening of college years?
Yes, this will have to, yung para sa pilot ng senior high school, itong darating na academic calendar, itong June, magpa-pilot na sila in about a little more than 800 schools ang DepEd. Pero yung full implementation yan should come in the next academic calendar pa. Para sa colleges naman, yung pag-shorten,
Yes.
again, that will also have to come in the next academic calendar pa. Kasi papasok na tayo sa bagong academic calendar. It would be too short a time for colleges, universities, CHED, DepEd to adjust everything. Kailangan na sila ng konting palugid na panahon.
Again, we appreciate po yung mga ginagawa nating hakbang para po mas mapaganda pa ang kalidad
Yeah,
ng ating edukasyon. With that, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Congressman Roman Romulo.
Thank you. Have a good day.